everyone, salut tout le monde, I am Emma, the creator of Human Studio, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you the goals that I've set up for my small business for 2021. Just like in my last video, I'm going to use this planner, this Maker's yearbook, to help me plan and set up my goals. And if you haven't watched my first video, feel free to do so. It is quite long, about 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna use this again. The section I'm interested in today is the section Plan and Envision 2020. And I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna start filling up the pages and then I will share my goals with you. If you haven't watched my first video, it's a little recap of how this planner works. Basically, you set up a dream for yourself, your business. Then you set up goals and then a strategy to reach the goals and then the big dream. So it always starts with a little section on why I started my creative business and why do I want to have this creative business, this small business. So I filled that up, which is about the same thing as last year. I started my business because I love creating and would love to be able to live from my passion. So this is my motivation for being a small business. And then you can start writing your dreams. So my dream is to keep growing Human Studio. And then you can list up your goals and some other stuff that you want or don't want in 2021. What I want more in 2021 is to make new art and if possible to make some profit. If you watched my last video, you know that last year I had more expenses than I had revenues, but hopefully this will change this year. One thing that I want to let go in 2021 is unrealistic deadlines, because sometimes I put so much pressure on myself to have a whole collection done in 1 week, and I just can't do that. Maybe some people can, and that's great, but I can't. So I just want to stop doing that. This little section is my vision for my creative work in 2021 is creating more and better. It doesn't have to be merchandise, but I want to make more art and I want to make them better. I want to spend more time creating them and only sharing them when I think I've done the best that I could. I want to keep developing the 3 big parts of my brand, which is basically cute animals and characters, simple graphic shapes, and more intricate celestial or magical designs. And just a little warning that I've wrote to myself is to make sure that everything still fits with my branding and to make sure everything is sort of connected. Now that I've talked a bit about my vision for 2021, let's talk about the goals. So goal number 1. To create at least 1 Kickstarter project for enamel pins. I've been meaning to do that for months and it's just a lot of work and I'm always a bit scared that it's gonna be a total flop, but I really want to do it because I think it could be a good thing for growing my audience but also my sales, because I've seen some Kickstarters can bring a lot of traffic and a lot of backers, and you can earn more money than if you did regular pre-orders on your web shop. Ideally, I'd love to launch my first project this month. It's almost done. I already shared on my Instagram what it's about a few weeks ago, even a few months ago, I think. But now I'm almost done, so this is very exciting and I can't wait to share it with you. Goal number 2, to sell to 5 events online or in person. So I know events are still a bit complicated, but I don't really mind if they are online. I just want to participate in more events. I usually like them. I like conventions, I like meeting people, I like talking to potential customers, I like to talk about my products, because sometimes when I write the description online, people don't read it. So if I have the opportunity to talk face to face to someone, maybe they will like the products as much as I do, and yeah, I think it will be beneficial to my sales. I'd like to achieve this goal by the end of the year. I don't really have a deadline closer than December, so yeah. Number 3, upload 1 video a month at least on YouTube. Ideally, I would have loved to post once a week, but I think I'm too slow at editing. This video I started 3 weeks ago, and I'm just finishing it because I can't pushing things back. But yeah, I'd love to post at least once a month because I'd love to grow my audience on other platforms, and YouTube is one of them. Number 4, open a Patreon. And I have a few things in mind. The main, of course, is to be able to support my artworks, and in exchange you get little goodies, like little freebies. And I also want to maybe open a sticker club. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've also considered a pin club, but I think it's a bit too much for me at the moment because enamel pins production is very unreliable, like extremely unreliable, and get overwhelmed quite easily, and I get stressed a lot. I have a lot of anxiety, so this might be a bit too much for me. So if I start a little club on Patreon, it's probably going to start with stickers and maybe washi tapes, maybe, but pins we'll see in time. And I'd love to open it by July of this year. Sooner will be better, but I don't want to rush things and I don't want to get stressed, so yeah, by July. Number 5, create a website with a blog and a newsletter. And this goal I want to reach by September of this year. So why do I want to create my own website with a blog and newsletter? I've always created website. I started creating website when I was 14. I always loved it. I loved coding. I don't really do that anymore because I don't have the time, but I love to be able to customize my own website the way I want to. And Etsy is good for a lot of things, but it's also bad for a lot of other things, and they're really getting on my nerves sometimes. And I think that having my own website would give me more freedom. Now, I'm not sure I will manage to create the web shop this year, but I at least want the website and a blog section, because when I was looking online for tips and help on starting my own business, or how to use my Cricut machine, or how to print stickers, or how to make enamel pins, I did read a lot of blog posts by other artists and makers and creators, small businesses, and I think I want to be also helpful for others. I learned a lot by reading on the internet, and if I can share my knowledge as well, in a way it's giving back to other people what I receive from other people. And the newsletter one, I'm not a newsletter person, but I want to create one because every time I see articles about small businesses and what they have to do, this is in it. Like, everyone keeps telling me you have to create a newsletter. You need a way to inform your customers of the big things you're doing. You can't always rely on social media. So that's why I'm looking into it. I don't think I will send a lot of them, probably around big sales and big projects like the Kickstarter. I don't know, maybe I think once a month will be already good. So yeah, those 5 goals are my main goals for this year, but I also have 5 smaller goals that I'd love to do as well, but are not as important. I'm still gonna try and make these happen, but they are not my priority. So number 6 is participate in 3 collabs. So I had one planned for spring, but I just can't find inspiration. I've tried to sketch stuff and I'm just not happy with anything, and I don't want to put pressure on myself, so I just dropped off that collab. So this is not going well so far, but I still want to do 3 collabs, and with this group that I've already done a collab with, We're probably gonna do at least 2 more, like for maybe around fall and winter. So I still have another chance. And I'm also in the process of contacting a couple of people that I would love to collab with. And they are my friends, they are pin makers, I love them very much. And I don't have anything in mind right now, but I'd love to start talking about it to be ready to launch maybe in the second half of the year. Number 7 is to look into wholesale and contact shops and subscription boxes. So I already started to do that because someone contacted me because they wanted to buy many rolls of washi tape. They kind of ghosted me now, so I don't know. They're still interested. They might just be busy. But yeah, if by the end of the year I've not sold anything wholesale, that will be okay. I just want to try. So I'm looking into that. And for subscription boxes, I've been contacted twice before and I've said no at the time, but now I'm reconsidering it. So number 8 is to create items with a bigger price point. So I mentioned this, I have a lot of small price point items in my shop, which is fine, but it's not bringing enough cash. Or I would need to sell so much more. So I'm looking into higher price point items and I have some ideas. Usually it's more expensive to make, so I have to be careful, to be sure of what I want, and I'll probably do a Kickstarter project for that as well. Yes! Number 9 is to post non-merch art as much as possible, so I wrote once a week. So I've already kind of failed that. I wanted to start by January 1st. So yeah, I'm starting to get tired of posting merch pictures every single day or almost every day. And I just want to share drawings, and that won't necessarily be turned into merchandise, because when I draw, it's to make a product, and I just want to draw again just for drawing. Number 10 is to get training for my business, so administration and other things like that. So I'm already on it. I have a counselor who is helping me figure out what I need to do with my business to make it grow. So basically I'm looking for help for administration stuff, marketing stuff, and financial stuff. So that's a lot of goals for 1 year. It's 10 goals for 12 months, so it's almost 1 goal per month. Some of them I'm already halfway done. That's why I wrote that many goals, because last year I had 6 goals for the entire year, and now I have 5 main goals and 5 smaller goals. I'd be interested to know what you think about it, and if you are a small creator yourself and you have a small business, let me know what goals you have set up for this year. Maybe we have some in common, maybe you have bigger ones, maybe you have smaller ones. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is to set up realistic goals and to do your best to get to them. So that's it. If you are interested in doing this for yourself, like I mentioned last month, you can buy this digital version of the planner, because I don't know if they sell the handbook cover anymore, but we've got a lot of sections that you can fill with a lot of pretty cool information, and it's very helpful to plan your year, but also to know where you are and where you're going. You have questions in this that maybe you didn't think about. Like, what do I know about my customers? Why and when they buy from me? Where they can be found online? What platform should I invest my time in? Yeah, this page is really important. I really liked it, and honestly I would suggest to ask yourself the same questions if you are a small creator and want to live from your creations. It's always super interesting to know those things, because it's very helpful to know who your customers are. My goals, they are here, they're great, I think. Hopefully I'm gonna manage to achieve them all, and I guess we'll see next year in January 2022. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have goals for your small business. I'll be very happy to know. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye! À bientôt!